you may have seen this video from this guy, right? Notebook1293. And he made a video called, like, roasting every OSC YouTuber or something. I'll probably link it in the description. And he made it, and he roasted a bunch of OSC YouTubers. And then I saw that, and I stole it, and made it more positive. Because I think we need more positivity in the OSC at a time where it's already so divided. Like, it's so divided and hateful and angry all the time. And I think that's not what we need. We need positivity. So that's why I'm complimenting a bunch of OSC YouTubers. Not every single one, because there's a damn lot. Jack and Shelfie, pioneers, always pushing boundaries and coming up with new ideas. Not just, like, they made the first object show, but they basically invented Vote to Save, as far as I'm aware. They were the first people to have a really massive cast. They come up with an idea, and then everyone else does it, because they're Jack and Jellyfy. And that wouldn't happen if they weren't coming up with ideas. Animation Epic, phenomenal storytellers. They easily created one of the most entertaining and well-made shows in OSC history. Inanimate Insanity is just the cream of the crop if you want real story. You want real meat to your story. If you just want, like, something where you can put it on and switch your brain off, that's fine. You can watch the million object shows where that's a thing. But if you want drama, Inanimate Insanity's got your back. Soup Earth Society. Great at keeping the viewer engaged. Once I'm watching a video from this guy, I watch the whole thing, all the way through. I don't skip any of the ads either. TL Gen, a good friend of mine. His editing skills are pretty darn good, unlike anyone else in the OSC, and he always does his research on the topics he discusses so that he has the most up-to-date information. And he cranks these things out so fast that information isn't going to be very out of date by the time he uploads it. It just depends on when you see it, I guess, is the only problem. But that's a you thing. Cade Mullane. Yeah, bet you weren't expecting that. Unironically, one of the most talented animators in the OSC. I don't know if he animates his videos on his own, but he knows someone who does. And he can do some of the voices pretty well. A lot of them are a little jarring, but, like, his videos are cringe, sure, but they're well done. They're, like, you know, Darwiz doesn't do that. Cade Mullane's better than Darwiz. Fast Duck. One of the first OSC YouTubers I subscribed to since returning to the community in December last year. Really wide range of entertaining content. Might have stolen a couple ideas, but I do that with a lot of people that I watch and like. Webs for Evs. 3EE4 made one of the suckiest days of my life this year. Suck just a little bit less. I cannot wait for episode 5, seriously. I love 3EE. It's, right now, not my favorite, but certainly top 5 of object shows for me of all time right now. Potato Mango. Animation so smooth. There's nothing else really to say. It's just really good animation. Mations Bomb. One word. Fnui. Cheesy HFJ. That is... I did not... Oh yeah. A friend of mine, who doesn't like object shows, makes an exception for one. That's a compliment in itself. I've got this friend. Hates object shows. Well, doesn't hate object shows, but dislikes object shows. Wouldn't willingly watch an object show. Except for one, which he sat down and watched in its entirety. So if that doesn't say something about how good one is, that it was able to reach to an audience that doesn't even like object shows? Yeah. A person on YouTube. I liked the Eggy video, and I hate Eggy, so that's very impressive that you made me sit down for an hour and watch a video about Eggy. Fordle. I've been watching Fordle since before I left the community the first time, and then came back. Really good content from day one. Like, I think 4 years ago was when this guy made his first video, and I watched it as it aired. So, I've known about Fordle for a really long time. Back then, he was just called 4. Very confusing, but yeah. Gag of Green. Animatic Battle has the highest joke frequency of any object show ever. So, if like 90% of the jokes aren't hits, they're not funny at all, There'll be one pretty funny one every 2 minutes or so, and 90% of, and more than 10% of them are hits, is all I'll say. They're like, you've got, for me at least, for my comedy, you've got like a 50% hit rate of to wow. Like, none of them are unfunny. None of them make me roll my eyes. They just don't make me laugh half the time. And then the other half the time I'm going, ho 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 ho! Sakri. Although it's not for me, almost everyone I know says Burner is one of the better shows out there, so I'll take their words for it. Keep it up. Also, animation looked good. Derpidon. It's time for the 10 out of 10 rating. One of the few shows in that sort of BFB style, other than BFB, that I really like and is super popular. That, like, never ever happens. It's time for the... for my taste, is better than the previous two shows I've mentioned. Just for what I enjoy, which, you know, when you've got big cast and sort of that type of host, it's difficult to pull that off. Animated Inanimate Battle. I have not watched the show, but the art style is gorgeous. Like, it is a... like, you know? It's just a really good-looking art style, and that's enough to make me like something, if it just has a nice art style. Anko 6. When I was still new in the community, way back when, in like 2016, Bato, Brawl of the Objects, was the show. Hashtag pizza was robbed, hashtag big orange chicken forever. Wuggalo. Object Lockout is the pinnacle of what I'm looking for in a modern object show. Maybe I should expand upon that a little bit. Object Lockout is literally every single thing I could have possibly asked it to be. It is the perfect show. Maybe that's exaggerating a little bit, but like, I have, like, almost every other object show I've watched, there's something I have to complain about. Not Object Lockout. I have nothing I can complain about with this show. Giant Snowball. Doesn't have any more videos. I don't know what happened, but he has commented on several of my videos. And that'll do. So thanks. Trollsea. Kinda part of the reason I started making OSC videos again. Not again, but in the first place. At December last year. Don't tell anyone though. I'll get executed. No, I'm just... Flanimations. I've watched several Flanimations videos, and they were entertaining. I cannot think of anything specific, which is the worry I had coming into this, that all I would be able to say about half of them was, it's good. But yeah, Flanimations is the one I decided who I'll say, it's good. Open source objects. Open source object is what I thought 1 was going to be like when I watched episode 1 of 1. And then I was disappointed when 1 wasn't. I was disappointed that 1 wasn't like open source objects when I first watched it. Also, Inhaler should win. It's gonna be 30 years by the time that show ends, but Inhaler should win. Diamond Cup 67. The first domino in my multi-long process of me rejoining the OSC in December last year. So I could technically attribute part of my success to Diamond Cup 67. For making videos I liked, which then led me to watch more OSC videos, which then led me to make my own OSC videos. Brown Scarf. When I put Brown Scarf in the I don't know who you are category of my OSC YouTubers tier list, way back when I was doing that, my viewers demanded I learn about Brown Scarf. And I don't regret doing that at all. Really, really good content. Brian Kosh. Kosh. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, sorry. If you're watching this video, comment how you pronounce your last name in the comment, and I'll pin it. Yeah, woo, yeah, that is awesome! But in seriousness, I've checked out some of Brian's other stuff. Brian makes his own content. Did you know that? I bet you didn't, but I did. And it's pretty well done. Really well done, actually. And also, don't tell anyone, but Brian commented on a now deleted video on my old Thrum burner, which doesn't exist anymore. Thanks, YouTube. And that was super cool. I have the screenshot somewhere, probably. Imperial Red. I have stolen a non-zero amount of your video ideas. With credit, I think, mostly. Because Imperial Red's video ideas are often really, really good. So, you know, take that as a compliment that I stole from you. Please, don't sue me. That Lai guy got good. Super fun time. I don't know what it is about this channel, but it's just so charming. It's just a real fun, positive channel that, like, there's never anything negative there's nothing bad you could possibly say about it if you tried. That's why it wasn't on the other guy's video about roasting every OSC YouTuber, because you can't. It's impossible. I think more people should strive to be like Super Fun Time. Zombie Turtle 17. I adore Object Kerfuffle. As I said in my video about it, it has so much personality. It's really fun to watch. It's just great in every sense of the word. The characters are fun, the challenges are creative, the animation is stylish. It's just great. There's no other word to describe it. Misk OSC. Like Imperial Red, I have stolen a bunch of Misk OSC's video ideas. Because they're good ideas. Also, one time, he stole one of mine. Pretty fun channel to watch. I enjoy the content. I have not watched your object show, and I probably won't. But, comment down below if I should, and I'll pin it if Brian doesn't comment first. Redo Stone 35. Redo Stone's old comparison videos were really fun to watch. Have you seen them? It's like what the sizes of them in real life was one of them. I think one of them was like how long they'd survive in an oven. They were fun to watch back when they came out, and still hold up today. I rewatched them when I was making this. I haven't seen much of his recent stuff, but if it's anything like his old stuff, it's great. But again, I haven't seen it, so maybe I should. But I was in a rush to make this, and I got slightly distracted by your old stuff, so whoopsies. Burger. Weirdo Jello. Your style is super charming. I voted in like all of your viewer votings for a while. Back when you were doing the BFDI, now you're doing BFB, whatever. But when you first made the BFDI viewer votings, I voted in them. I voted in all of them. I'll have you know. I also joined your Discord for a while, but then I left when I left the OSC for the first time, and then I came back, and I don't intend on rejoining your Discord. But if I should rejoin your Discord, comment it down below, and I'll pin it. If the other two don't comment first. Good content, man. Keep it up. Maybe I'll keep watching you, or maybe I won't. I don't know how to say this guy's name. 3YLIOF. The Sideshow Object Show is very funny. Like, ridiculously funny. It might not be everyone's humor, but it is definitely my kind of humor. It's super good. Check it out. Info Distinct makes really high quality, thought out videos, and deserves way more subscribers than he has. That's the end of the Zeniths. Just go watch them. Never Butter makes very entertaining BFDI what-ifs, and is slightly the reason I made so many of my custom seasons when I used to do that. And I might make one or two more. Those videos derived from Never Butter's videos, but then I was like, oh, it's too difficult to make a slideshow, I'll just put it in a tier list. Yeah. Good content. I recommend it. Never Butter is super underrated. Cheese Doodles fan. Another personal friend of mine, makes great camps, several of which I have been in, and his own show, Poop, which is fun to watch. I haven't watched it in a bit. Don't tell him that, though. Oh, he's gonna watch this video. If you're gonna watch any of his content, watch BFDI The Mole Season 2 specifically, and BFDI Camp Interactively, because they're the ones that I do the best in. And I know everyone loves me. There's nothing about me you could possibly criticize. Amethyst Animations. Fine, I gave you your shout out. Now rig the next season of TPOT for me to win. Jokes aside, Amethyst, or Pixel as his friends call him, puts in a good effort. Puts effort into his videos. Like, if you've seen TPOT, which you probably haven't, but you should, they're good. It's good, you know. It's well edited. It's decently paced. It's entertaining. Give them a watch. Because TPOT Season 6 was fun to watch for me, and I was in it. So, and I'd also like to say something nice about Notebook 1293, because despite the fact this video is basically just me making fun of your video, I don't dislike you. It's clear that you have passion and talent for content in the OSC, and I think you could go super far if you just keep it up. I wish you luck in your content creator career. And that's on God, for real, no cap. If you didn't get a mention in this video, it's not because I dislike you. It's probably for one of two reasons. One, I don't know who you are. Sorry. Comment it down below. I'll maybe watch your videos if you convince me to. Two, I couldn't think of anything original to say about you that wasn't just something I had already said for someone else. Sorry. Whoopsies. And if you want me to say something nice about you, I will. Because, in every video after this one, I want to have a little segment at the end where I just shout out someone whose videos I like. Because I want to spread positivity in the OSC. I feel like there's been so much negativity recently that we just need a bit of good, lighthearted, here's a person I like. You know? And I haven't seen anyone doing that, so I'm gonna do it. So yeah. Tell me if you want me to talk about you, give me a good reason in the comments, and then I might. Have a day that happened.